Good afternoon, this is John Presco, May 30th, 2020. This is a third tape I'm making, talking about the gaslighting that I've suffered from family members and outsiders that were working in tandem with members of my family to commit fraud, to defraud the state of the famous artist Christine Rosamond Presco Benton. Let me say that there's another Pinecone article I'm going to add to this collection of ugliness because it's so ugly. And I want to emphasize that Christine had loyal fans all over the world. They were very anxious to find out what happened to her because they were invested in her artwork in every way. They considered her a member of their family, and the children that appeared in her artwork that were our sons and daughters and nieces and nephews. They felt that they were a part of this family. And Christine's artwork represented health and love and overcoming adversity. And so, yes, they wanted to hear from her daughters, for one thing, and what does the mother have to say about her death, losing her daughter. Oh, we're reading that the brothers was an artist that Christine gave him credit for teaching her all that she knows about art. And this comes through in this chapter on how she became famous. Let me just add that about a mile and a half away in Pacific Grove on the coast is a famous place to go look in tidal pools. People come from all the world because they're tidal pools. And Christine was there for 20 years. Drew was 8 years old. If Christine wanted to take Drew and herself to go look in tidal pools, they would have gone to the state park and not out to Rocky Point, one of the most treacherous places on the Pacific coast. The Pinecone article says a fisherman was swept off the rocks a week earlier. I read another article where someone noticed this car parked there, and there was a gate. This book talks about Christine getting the key from Lane and locking the gate. But somebody noticed this car there that was parked there for 2 days. And they investigated. And it turned out this young woman, about 22, wanted to go down by the water, and she got swept in and died. Right there where Christine got allegedly swept in. This is after. This was, I don't know, 98 or something. I read that. Boy, this is so tough. This is so tough. See, Vicky got married to Jim Dundon when she was 14. Jim Dundon was in Vietnam. He was a very aggressive guy on a helicopter. And he smoking dope over there. And then when he came back, he kind of joined the hippies as a veteran. And he found Vicky, 14 years of age. She was 24. And he liked her vibes. He liked Christine's vibes. He's from Rhode Island. He's not an original hippie. But this was what he aspired to. And his younger brother, Michael Dundon, came out when he was 16. He actually went to Uni High to finish his high school. But Michael started this candle and leather business, and Jim took it over. Jim and Vicky took it over. And Jim would employ all Vicky's girlfriends when they came over to help him make leather, stamp things, dye things, to get some free labor. Did he pay him? No. It was just free hippie labor. That's how the hippies are. They just love to get in there and work together for free. And Jim's gonna, exploit it. Well, he lost his job as a telephone linesman because he was stealing copper line out of the dumpster, and they fired him. He couldn't get a job, so he stole his brother's leather, his leather and candle business. Well, he got out of the candle business, and so there's young Michael at 16, 17. Then he meets Christine, falls in love with them. I think they become lovers, and Christine's not in good shape. And Michael Dundon invites me to go back to Rhode Island. Apparently Christine won't go unless I go. We end up there and he flips out. Christine gets raped by the people downstairs. There's a gun involved. It's just, Christine is not in good shape, and she's not famous. There's no painting in the closet. There isn't drawing at 3.5. There wasn't any of that. And I had contributed to the Jim Dundon Hippie Foundation by designing this hair clip. It was an oval piece of leather, 2 holes in it, with a leather strap, thong put through it, with a loop. See, you make the loop and you put your hair in a bun, pull it tight, and put a bow against that leather. It's genius. I mean, Jim said, "Can you help me do some designs? You seem to be a really creative guy, Greg. John Gregory. Can you give me some ideas?" "Oh, sure." "Well, give me a problem." Yeah, trying to, design a hair thing, it doesn't work. Here's what I came up with. Yeah, people have trouble getting back there. I said, "Oh, okay, let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just here's what you do." I did a drawing. That was their bread and butter. That was their #1 bestseller. Things they go to fairs, they couldn't sell enough of them. Michael Dundon says, he didn't give you a dime, did he? Well, that's Jim. Well, Michael, and I want to say this is all copyrighted. Everything I say and write is copyrighted in a special copyright for ministers. And this is all in regards to my 12-step program, which is a spiritual program. I'm a minister of the New Radio Church of God, founded by Herbert Armstrong. This is about the mental health of artists getting sober and not taking their lives, and getting destroyed. So, why destroy Christine in the AD? Why? Well, they're competing with me. They know that I'm doing a self-help book where you do, if you know a 12-step program, you talk about all the bad things that happened, all these crazy things you did. So Tom Snyder says he won't use my program. Well, he lied. He's a liar. So this thing called fair use. So me reading from this book is aimed at, my recovery and my good mental health, and and saving my relationship with my daughter and my grandchildren, because they're not ready to admit they did me wrong. They come up with the blessed womb of the woman's womb that's all forgiving. No woman's culpable. As long as she can bear a child, she's in a special womb category. I mean, they pitted the whole species of women against me, see? And they're going to try to come out with the womb savior of the world, Heather Hansen book. Of course, I'll be the villain devil, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He cared about things like justice and truth and beauty and art and history. But he also believed in family trees. Oh, boy, what a poor deluded male that is. Family trees are for men. They're not made for women. Women are special womb. They can have multiple fathers, and multiple surrogate fathers who want to support their children of other men. It's their privilege. They can be used and everything taken care from them. All the assets of the surrogate fathers are now belonging to the great womb mother in the sky. Okay? Same approach. Same approach. For an artist, this is called phenomenon. I've got to get into that. I've got to get this started. For an artist, a first set is like another moment, is like no other moment in life. Even if it is a simple work and sells for only a few dollars, it can lift the spirit. More than that, a sale restores the soul, and the artist can feel justified in saying, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, if you look at the history of artists and art in a family, but the siblings help promote each other, i.e. the Rossetti family, who were my heroes, pre-Raphaelite. So why wasn't Vicky Presco, the executor, named, helping me show my work in Rosamund Gary and Drew and Seamus? How come they're not promoting the surviving artists in the family? Well, that's because they're going for the movie rights and the killing. Again, they can't promote themselves. They're not writers or artists, so they exclude the surviving artists and engage in fraud, criminal fraud. Okay. Providence may have nothing or everything to do with it. Still, a sale is what an artist must have to continue making a commitment. Oh, there can be a few kind words, yet these are easily outweighed. A good review in the press is a splendid thing to have as well. But in this imperfect world, talent is still validated by money. There it is. There it is, written by a guy who never met Christine, not an artist. Talent is still validated by money. No, it's not. Whose opinion? See, this is blessing the money people. See, the people that are part of the money tree. The ones who got really close to Rosamond. Minutes after she died, they met in her house and talked about money before the funeral. Unheard of. Where's the ethics? Where's the honor? Where's the truth? Where's the beauty? No. Time for the money people to have their day. Fraud. Even if artists lack talent and training, they can be deemed successful if their work yields enough revenue, while exceptional artists may be entirely disregarded because their efforts find few ready buyers. There it is. There it is. That could be talking about Christine and her brother, John and Christine. So Christine, even though she'd had no bona fide art critics bother to give her a critique because they understood what she was. She was a highly, successful commercial money-making machine. And she cranked out prints like money. She had a money-making machine, down there in the basement, Rose Montgomery. She's cranking out money. Tom Snyder just describes the machine. It's okay. This is if you got no talents, if you love money, hey, you're an artist. If you love money a whole lot, you're a great artist. It's right there. See, I've tried reading this book on 6 different occasions, and I just go into trauma. I'm so traumatized by what I read. I can't. I gotta put it down. It stirs up my PTSD because I would when I'm 13 years old, I'm a studied artist. I've read books and books on art and biographies. I know that this is the enemy of art. That this paragraph describes what every artist hates because it's the enemy. And Christine, it says in this book that she took Ira Cohen to court to keep his artwork off of tote bags, which Prairie says she's going to put it on. So she, again, the last will and testament of anybody. Let's say Christine had a clothes hanger factory, okay? And she had a code of ethics on making clothes hangers. It was a family tradition. And she left a will. Well, the job of the executor would be to sure that her last wishes, her intentions, what she wanted to leave behind was met. Sidney Morris okays this book and the movie to increase the sales, the waning interest in the prints. So Sidney Morris signs on. Oh, it's all about making money. It's just screw John. He's crazy, insane, deluded artist and writer. Forget about his ranting and ravings. And, let's make money. Well, for who? Well, Larry Chasen, the number one creditor. Okay? And who's he? Well, he's a partner in Plumpjack with all the Getty and family and the Pelosi's and Newsom family. Who went after them? Alcohol Justice. That was part of the Buck Foundation, founded by the law firm that Sidney Morris belongs to, Robert Brevoort Buck. We're in the big time now, folks, because Larry Chasen, in that partnership, all the Gettys are there. See, Gettys own a lot of art. Hey, so Getty Oil, Mellon Oil, buying up all the art of the world with all the money you have, does not make you a lover of the arts and of the artist. They have a special code and special words and writing and ideas that they employ to protect each other from this idea. Okay? A lot of Christine's fans knew what that code was and wanted to hear about it. Alas, and they read this and they go, oh shit. Oh shit, we know what happened to her, to Rosamond. She was surrounded by lovers of money, and wonder what they did to her. Yeah, they, did anybody take an insurance policy out of her, knowing that she was a good chance of suicide, and they hid the fact that she's suicide because the money people are after her. They wanted their cut, huh? See, Vicky took her $60,000 she'd scammed from her crazy husband. Approached Christine and said, I want to invest my $60,000, and I want to, give you $60,000, and I want $180,000 back. Okay? I put $60,000 in the Rosamond Bank, and I take out $160,000. It's like a miracle. You stick the money in, and it grows. It's 3 times larger than it was. Yeah, that's what I want, Christine. Would you do that for your dear, loving little sister? Well, maybe. You got more? Oh, I'll get Melba's inheritance. Let me talk to Vic, about how we can do that. Would you like another $100,000 from your father? $100,000? Well, sure. That's $160,000. Sure, I'll take it. And Vic had the same attitude. I put $100,000 into the Rosamond machine, the cauldron of beautiful women, and I bring up $300,000. Their partnership went. It was like, yeah, Christine refused to give him an accounting or pay him back. So they got another relative of mine, cousin Bill Broderick, to sue Christine. Meanwhile, up in Oregon, getting sober, so after a year's sobriety, I go down to visit my family, and Christine and Vicky put me in touch with Marilyn, who's trying to get hold of me. They want me to get away from Vic, who's about ready to sell his mother's house, and that sale of the house money goes into Christine's art. See, it's all fraud, all of it. What a mess, huh? See, I told my daughter, I said, stay away from this. I told her mother, I said, this is no place for a minor child. You can't win. I know, I could see it. I could see the dollar signs in your eyes. I know you've been talking with Tom Snyder. I'm telling you, this is a morass. You go into the labyrinth and you're not coming out. Well, she hasn't emerged. I lost my daughter, lost all my family due to this one lie. This one paragraph here. This is amazing. See? So I'm going to cut this one short. God damn. See? I'm going to sell this. See, we don't know who really owns this book now. See? Because the sale was up, and all the artwork, and I think this book, and there's a movie script somewhere, all belong to my nieces. Druid ain't saying anything, And Shannon, who, when she speaks, it's like mind scrabble from another dimension. Sorry, Shannon. So anyway, I'm going to cut this one short, and okay. Remember, it's all about the money. Art is all about the money. You don't have to have any talent, any gifts, any morals, any ethics, any any scruples. You're basically a untalented or very talented thief and con artist who uses art as a way to con people out of their money. This is, what this book's about. And we'll show you. We'll come back, kiddies. It's a lovely day in your neighborhood. Won't you be my art buddy? Hi. Okay, I'll be back.